You've been past due for the past 3 months on your lease for this land. You've got 24 hours. Verge turns with tears rolling down his face. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for this to happen. He says, we need to talk to Zoe. Zoe will know what to do.
Zoe? Virgil, I don't know that you've ever mentioned Zoe before. I don't know who that is.
He goes, oh, yes, that's right. I'm sorry. Zoe is the handler for the slaves that I've moved back and forth. She works with others who could help us with the debt issue.
So how do we find Zoe?
He says, I usually meet her on Straight Street. Yes, go to Straight Street. He says, he kind of like looks outside and he's like, it's not dark enough yet, but by the time you get there, it should be dark enough to where she'll be out. Go there and meet with Zoe right now.
Godad Blighter is down.
Mr. Virgil,
whatevs.
I'm not an expert at these things by any means, but it seems to me that 3 random strangers rolling up to a normal meeting place unannounced to an illicit slave freeing operation may not be perceived very well. Is there anything that we can do to let her know that we know you and are friends?
He looks at you and his head kind of droops down, and he says, Zoe knows Leviticus. Leviticus doesn't know Zoe.
Oh, very good.
And
that settles that then.
So I can just tell Zoe that they're with me.
Yeah, exactly. You don't know her, but she knows you.
Yeah. Okay. Does Virgil even give us a description, like what race this woman is, what she looks like, where does she, what?
He says that she's a human with short brown hair. She'll find you. Just walk the street, and if she sees Leviticus, she knows that Leviticus is a messenger from me, essentially. So you guys end up walking out of the square area. You begin moving towards Straight Street.
And the idea was that it's like dusk or twilight is the meeting time, right?
Yeah, exactly. And it's just starting to get dusk. So by the time you get there, it should be dark by that point. So you guys end up following Leviticus. You know the way. You know the streets pretty well in the city here. And you guys turn the corner, and this is what you see. This is streets.
No.
Hot.
No.
Dual Blighter is like, looks good to me.
Yeah.
Last piece of pavement before the first puddle. I'm like, I'll just stand here. It's fine.
Yeah.
Gonad Blighter does not fear the darkness.
Mr. Blighter, it's not the darkness I fear, it's the mud. These clothes are expensive.
Gonad Blighter does not understand what you're saying.
Maybe one day. You go ahead. I'll wait here.
So, as you guys look down the alleyway, street, more like an alleyway, from what you guys can tell. There's inns nearby with the lights flickering. You guys are looking around. People are kind of stumbling around, drunk. They're kind of just enjoying themselves, and it's getting a little rowdy, but average night kind of play between people playing cards, dice, outside of the inns, in the taverns, that kind of stuff.
They're obviously not social distancing for the tequila play.
So, are you guys gonna move down this street, or I know?
If someone is forced to go down the street, to stay within eyesight of the others,
yeah,
he's going to be very tiptoey, picking around the puddles and staying on the high ground and
Yeah. So, all right. So you
Not getting dirty in any way, shape, or form.
okay? So you guys end up standing there. Folan stands there for a little while. What do you do, Matt?
Leviticus just kind of sticks into the shadows, and just kind of he's walking like he doesn't care, and like it doesn't. He's not really afraid, but he is staying where no light is shining, and he's staying next to large objects and kind of foliage and any other kind of natural things that could
a little concealed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stay concealed as he walks down the highway.
I stand in the middle of the road and I look over to Leviticus and I say,
What are you doing?
I'm just kind of standing next to like there's light shining. There's a moonlight shining all around me except for this one little shadow where I'm standing. I'm like, what? We're looking for Joey. What's the problem?
But why are you sneaking? All the guards have left.
Also, our connecting with Zoe contingent upon her seeing you.
Yes, that's correct.
Because she knows you and not us, remember?
You're literally putting us in danger right now. This makes zero sense.
I go, that's a really good point, you guys. And I kind of just like
Yes,
I sidestep out of the shadow into the spotlight of the moon down the alleyway.
he's instantly hit by an arrow.
Right to the knee.
Yeah. I used to be a wood elf monk.
So you step out of the moonlight, and you guys are kind of all standing there. Gonad is just kind of like his knuckles are almost dragging on the ground. He's kind of looking around, and out of nowhere, it seems like just appears a figure out of nowhere.
A figure 8
appears.
A figure.
Looks like this.
Holy crap, that's a figure.
Cloaked, and looks at the three of you, realizes that you're all kind of in a group, and then looks at Leviticus, looks at you and says, "Are you Leviticus?"
Yes, I don't feel that much, because I kind of know martial arts and I'm really agile.
Let me move this along. I feel myself getting dirty. Just
I'm a magician and this
literally getting dirty.
Ogre. Yes, I'm Leviticus.
This whole time I've been distracted because there's this really irritating booger up my nose that I've been trying to pick at. I finally got it out, and I devoured it in a way, and then I turn, and I'm spooked by the cloaked figure. I'm like, holy crap! And then I pull my sword out and I just slice at him.
You slice at the figure.
Yeah.
The figure.
This is the first head shake of disdain that this is all.
Well, so first of all,
I've got an itchy trigger finger on my
some
sword.
rolls from you if that's what you really want to do, John.
Okay.
Here's a hint, John. When the DM asks you if that's really what you want to do, no, that is not what I really want to do.
All right, I'll
So go ahead, Bladder. You when you swing, but you're like stumbling.
Yeah, what happens is I'm startled. I grab my sword. I almost start to swing, but then I decide against it because I realize they're all talking.
Okay, so the figure, you can see the hood shift over to look at Gonad, and underneath the cloak, you see hands moving, as in like getting ready, unsheathing kinds of stuff.
And we all kind of get ready to battle as.
So I just put a hand up like in front of Gonad. I'm just okay.
The snooty high elf is like, down, boy, down, to a pet.
Exactly. But there's a time and a place for that, and this is not it. Please.
All right.
Fine.
So the cloaked figure says, "You are Leviticus."
I am.
She says, "I can tell," and pulls the cloak off revealing who she is, which is Zoe.
It's so.
Yep. She says to you, Leviticus, "Where's Verge? He usually meets with me. And how many kilos of packaging do you have this time?"
She's asking us how many kilos we have.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have any kilos. We're here because Verge's and Verge's shop is in trouble. The Dapper is in trouble right now.
She goes, "In trouble? What do you mean?"
Well, it turns out Verge has been hiding and helping slaves for decades, and also has been not keeping up to date on the payments for the shop. And now we're 3 months behind.
She starts to chuckle and goes, "Oh, okay. So you guys don't have any cargo."
No, we're here because Virgil said we need to come here because he said you would know how to help us out of the situation.
She starts to think to herself, and she says, "Okay." And you can see her mind's kind of working. She's like, "Oh."
I'd like to say something.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry to interrupt. You mentioned you smuggle things that are illegal. Again, I'm sorry to barge in on your conversation, but are you carrying right now? Because I've got a little bit of coin.
You holding?
Are you carrying? Because I've been dry for a while. I could really use a hit.
She says, I don't carry, but I can point you to a supplier I know and I trust."
Okay. Do they have grass, smack, smosh?
She goes,
Lots of other.
She says all of the
terms
above.
for-
And just so you guys know, there are drugs in this world, and if you do want to use drugs, you're allowed to.
Sick.
Nice.
The only
I'm like, down, boy, down.
Okay, I'm sorry.
The only thing that you guys got to remember is if you guys do take drugs, you will become addicted to them, and it will be negative effects if you don't get your addiction, like.
Do they have temporary effects where we're like super hyper and super
Yes.
like? Okay.
Yeah, I have the rules somewhere. I got to find them, but they're rules I found online. It's a third party like homebrew type thing. I made tweaks. and stuff.
Combat stims.
It's exactly like combat sims. Yeah. So it may help you with combat, or it may not. Depends on what drug it is that you know. But yes, if you guys want to get into drugs and moving drugs and stuff,
I totally want to get into drugs.
I would like 3 drugs, please.
So she says that she's got, that she knows the supplier, and she can give you the name of that supplier, and you guys can go meet with him later if that's something you're interested in.
All right.
Mr. Blighter, remember, we're here for the shop. For
Right, exactly.
Leviticus and Verge and the shop.
Right, Starfield's right.
Back your debt, remember?
All right, I'm cool, man. I'm cool.
Yeah, we'll take care of you later, buddy. But for now, we need to.
Don't make us put you back in the cellar. We'll do it. We'll put you back in the cellar.
Yeah, he used magic to get you out. He can use magic to get you back in. So yeah, Zoe, what can you do to help us? Do you know what he's talking about? Do you know why he would ask us to come find you?
She says, "Yeah, no, I have an inkling as to why." She says, "How much do you guys owe?"
Well,
and who do you owe to?
We owe to the magistrate, Nurk,
Nekvon. Yeah.
And he says we owe 150 plus the juice.
She stops and she thinks and goes, "Oh, the magistrate, really?" And she's got like a concerned look on her face, kind of like, "Shit, to you guys."
Right.
And she says,
Yes.
"Okay."
So you get it.
Yeah, she says, "Well, I can. I know of ways that you guys can make some quick cash." And she kind of looks over at Gonad Blighter and says, "With him, you can make some real good cash quick."
Oh, I think I know what you might be talking about.
I sold my body once. I don't know that I'm prepared for that kind of thing again. Consent really matters, you know.
Gonad Blighter, I'm not sure you. I think she means selling your body, but I'm not sure she means in the way that you're thinking.
Oh, you mean killing people? Oh, why didn't you say... that's fine. The last time I did this other thing...
it with Mr. Blighter.
It didn't seem like... It seemed like the last time I was forced into this relationship, it was awkward. I didn't think she was into it, and it just left a scar. I'm sorry, it was so triggered from the past.
We just need you to basically kill people.
No, if it comes to murdering people mercilessly, I'm totally fine with that.
So Folan looks at Zoe, and he just kind of is just shaking his head at the conversation that's happening. I personally would prefer the less messy, the better, as far as any sort of these sorts of jobs. I am new to the city. I do not need a whole lot of heat on me.
Well, no. So if I understand correctly, Mr. God, the GM person, that this what we're talking about is actually part of the city tourism draw.
Yes, this is not the legal version of it, though.
Oh, this would be the underground.
She explains that this is all underground. There's no licensing involved. There's no guards involved.
JD, can my team of misfits and Zoe work to conspire to rig the matches for me?
I look over to Starfield and I say, "You hear that, misfits?"
Zoe looks over at Gonad and says, "Rig the fights? Never." Never.
Right. And we all look at each other like,
this is an upstanding establishment.
All right, we get it, Zoe. Okay, tell us what we need to do.
She says, "All right, follow me."
And we follow Zoe.
Oh God, are we heading towards dry ground? Please tell me we're heading towards dry ground.
Well, we're probably heading indoors somewhere underground.
So you guys begin to follow her through the street. It's winding, and she takes multiple other streets until you come to an alleyway. And she kind of stops.
An alleyway off this alleyway?
It's a sub alleyway.
And
Alleyception right now.
So you guys are in the alleyway there. Hang on, Matt.
I'm doing acrobatics around.
So this is Zoe. So you guys know it. She kind of moves further ahead faster than you guys. That deal. And as you guys walk down, there's a beggar there, and he goes to grab at anyone walking close to him to ask for money.
This guy down here?
Yeah, that guy down there. He's money, please.
I pull money out of my bag and I toss him a coin.
Toss a coin to your witcher. So go ahead and reduce your silver. Actually, no, you don't have any money. You can't.
Bull crap! I thought I just killed all of the guys' guards.
God said you don't have any money.
No, listen. In my backstory, I just came from wiping out this
from the camp.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
So
fine. You found 20 silver.
I reduced my 20 silver to 19.
Okay. Yep. Cool. So you give him a piece of silver, and as you give him a piece of silver, you noticed out of nowhere a figure appear behind you, and he's leaning against the wall.
Go bladder behind you. Don't have bladder behind you.
He's leaning against the wall of the house, and he says, "Good call."
I noticed the person just appearing behind me, and like always, I get spooked the hell out of. I'm terrified. I pull my sword out, and I go to almost like slice this guy in half, and then leaving only enough time for one of my companions to possibly step in and.
I jump right in front of him and I pull out my short sword or whatever and I stop it and it's like, not again, don't add lighter.
Oh, holy crap! You scared the hell out of me. What's going on?
So, a second figure out of nowhere from the alley appears behind you guys again and says, "You better put a leash on that dog of yours."
Well,
he's looking at the high elf this time.
Mr. Blighter, please step over here if you would. Put the weapon away.
Okay.
We really have to work on your impulse control.
Sorry.
I walk along with the other two in my team, but as I walk by, I kind of give like a sneer. It kind of look like it actually looks like on the map, where as we to the guy in the bottom of the map as we walk by.
Okay, cool. So Zoe motions for you guys to follow her this way. As you guys are walking, right there. So hang on. Move back 2 paces. Like a band of children kind of form.
I pull my sword out and we're like, holy crap!
And they kind of pass in between you. It's just kind of like kids running around playing.
Okay.
Everyone, go ahead and make a.
Oh damn it! I was literally going to tell you this, JD, and I forgot the fact that I keep 2 purses.
You keep 2 purses. Well, too late.
I know. This just reminded me of it. I was like 3 days ago. I need to tell Jesse that I keep most of my money in a separate purse. I keep a little bit on my belt. Oh, damn it!
So go ahead and make a dexterity save.
All right. Well, at least I'm fairly good at that.
So, do you guys need help with walking me? Me walking?
Oh God! It's not really.
We all do a dexterity save.
Everybody. The group of kids pass by you. John, you've got your bag of gold swaying right in front of you, and the kids don't even go near it because it's straight in front of you. So they're not even trying to touch it. When the kids pass by you, Leviticus, you can feel their little grubby hands trying to grab at your purse, and you just hold on to it very tightly, and it doesn't disappear. And when they finally pass by Bolin, he just walks by them and thinks.
I'm too busy like trying to like not step in puddles and things.
Trying to not step in puddles and like move away from the children. That he doesn't realize that they took all of his gold.
Oh, jeez.
So go ahead and delete all of your gold from your inventory, Luke.
Yep, all 24 of it. Or maybe it's 14. Hold on. It
should be like 14.
Because I spent 1 on the bean infused casserole.
Yeah.
It's 24. Yeah, because of noble background, you get a lot of gold.
Jeez.
All right. Well, those kids just
So let me ask you this: would you have all 24 gold in 1 pouch?
No, that's what I was gonna tell you the last time. Was
you have in 1 pouch? Would you split it equally?
I mean, I would. I wanted to have like a pouch that's full of a combination of like pebbles.
Yeah.
And then a whole bunch of like copper.
Okay.
So that it jingles and it's heavy and it's obvious that it's got money in it.
Yeah.
So I would have like maybe 100 copper in that, like 10 gold in that.
Yeah.
In a very prominent place.
Yeah.
Not like holding it, but like just on my belt, and then I would have the rest of it tucked somewhere.
Yeah. Okay. So these kids are naturals. They've been doing it for a while, so they know not to go for that one, and they know to go for the like secret one.
Okay.
So
okay. Perfect.
So go ahead and keep your 10 gold, all your copper. Make sure it's 100 copper though.
Yeah. No, it's 100 copper, JD. And a bunch of pebbles.
Yeah. So keep your 100 copper and all your pebbles that like your pet rocks.
Great.
Kids disappear.
Oh my gosh.
I turn around and magic missile one of them in the back.
Do you?
No.
Okay. All right.
I don't imagine I would notice it in time. My perception is +3, probably not.
Wow.
You wouldn't
Passive
really
perception
notice.
not good enough to do that. So
You can roll a perception if you want to see.
because you'll let me.
Go ahead and roll.
And this is all to know whether or not he's going to murder a child.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Hold on.
We're definitely in a sort of like there's this stereotype in anime
10.
where everything happens very slowly.
Yeah.
We're doing that right now. Everything like super spidey sense.
We're moving at thought speed right now.
I got a 10, JD. I don't think I noticed.
Yeah,
it.
no. So you don't notice anything.
Oh.
Everything seems to be normal.
The children are safe and get to use the money to like not starve to death. Okay?
Yeah, pretty much. So, all right. So, you guys can move forward.
All right.
We can
into
only,
the darkness.
we can only see here.
I know. Yeah.
Okay.
So, go ahead and stand right there. Right there. So, as you guys kind of walk to that edge, this is the view that you guys get. You hear a lot of drinking. You hear a lot of laughing. You hear a lot of kind of like what do you call it? Like fooling around, horseplay.
Rousing.
It's very rowdy. Zoe continues to walk, and she weaves her way through the crowd and into the bar.
I walk back up the stairs and I'm like,
Hold on, what's up, dude?
I think I'm
You
missing.
good, bro?
something. I'm missing those little shit. And I like turn around, like
They're already gone by that point.
5 minutes later. Like, wait a second.
As
Dog?
those two are doing whatever they're doing, I'm like a few steps behind Zoe, and I'm just kind of leaning against the wall, waiting for them.
Move. Like perturbed now. Get out of my way. Move.
So
Faster.
as you walk up to this area, you see the inside of a tavern. Zoe kind of walks up to this point and whistles for the bartender to come over. He kind of comes over and is like, "Yeah, what?" And she says, "I got to talk to boss." She says, "These three gentlemen are here to join the festivities tonight." And she says, "Get them a stiff drink on the house." And he takes out a cup, big loogie into the cup, and then starts to clean it. And he goes, "All right." Takes the same cup, pours it full of ale, and hands it.
I reach out to accept the drink from the bartender.
Yep.
And I just kind of give him a thanks.
He nods to you, and you kind of see like a respect kind of in his face from you.
Yeah, and I look over to Zoe, and I kind of do the same, like.
Yeah. And Zoe kind of says, like, "Okay, all right, you're all right." And
I look at Zoe and I say,
So, you come here often?
Zoe ignores you and heads to the back to talk to boss. So
I look over and I say, "Smooth, Gonad Blighter." Like,
Story of Gonad Blighter's life.
Gonad Blighter, I'm looking at you. I'm like, I think we're gonna walk out of here with more than what we walked in with.
he comes in and he fakes a right-hander and uppercuts you, dealing 4 damage to your HP. You get hit into the chin and you kind of stumble backwards a little bit.
I'm standing there. I'm looking over to Starfield, shaking his head, and I'm just kind of shaking my head. This is not working out like I hoped.
I go into a barbarian rage.
Like and subscribe. Find out what happened in the previous episode over here. And if you want to find out what happens next time, look over here. We stream on Twitch, and the links are down below You check him out, or I'll get angry. You don't want to find out what happens when I